between the sides in as many events on the HSBC 7 Series. Canada got the job done in Dubai by 17 points to 7, but it was a close run thing until the final couple of minutes or so. Ireland looking to improve on their 12th place finish in Dubai, but they are up against it in a really tough pool. So look at both teams there. Jen Kish for Canada and Lucy Mulhall, the captain for Ireland. "28 degrees in Sao Paulo today, certainly way out of the norm for the Irish team, and if it ever hits 28 degrees on the streets of Dublin or Cork, you can pack your bags and head for the hills because the end of the world is nigh. Ireland acclimatising in Sydney for the last couple of weeks and a 3-test series against the Australians. They've learned an awful lot. None of the results went their way, but certainly in terms of the heat and the exposure, they managed to pick up a few things. Mel Robinson, former New Zealand international, is beside me, and Ireland up against it here, but they started well in Dubai. Can they start well here today?
Well, that's the thing about Ireland. They haven't played as much sevens as other teams, so they did fade in Dubai. In that first game, they were absolutely fantastic coming out of the blocks. Canada, though, you know, they've got 5 changes from Dubai. They're stronger overall, in particular Farella and Landry coming back, and we all know how good Landry is in terms of scoring the points. So Canada the favourites, but you know, you just can never say never in this game of sevens.
So Gabrielle Lee is our referee in charge. Ireland in the traditional green, Canada in their familiar red, and a couple of clouds have kind of cooled things down a little bit. It's almost like they knew the Irish were coming, the weather. Nice bit of reprieve, and it's going to be the captain, Lucy Mulhall, to get us underway. Ireland averaging 1.5 tries per game coming into Sao Paulo. I'm sure it's an area they want to look to improve on, but you'd imagine, given Canada's form, Landry with her first touch, that a lot of Ireland's initial duties are going to be defensive. If they can stop Canada early on, they might open the gate, and a chance to try and go with the handoff there from Brittany Benn was a good one. Brings play towards Canada on the halfway line. Did that go forward? It looked like it from here. Referee hasn't seen it. And Ireland managed to get turnover possession. Mulhall digs it off the ground. Brittany Benn first to react, and Canada get advantage. Here is Jen Kish looking for the offload now. Opts to present it, and Benn to act as scrum half. Better stuff from Canada. Farella ships one on. Landry. This is a nice run there from Molesky. Molesky trying to get through the Irish cover tackle. Audrey O'Flynn put her down. And Molesky brings Canada up to the Irish 22. Shipped it on again. Bit of space on the left-hand side. Kish. Any room for her to run? Tackles must be made. Galvin did well to stop the Canadian captain in her tracks. And here is Bianca Farella opting against having a go. Shipped on again from Landry. This is Paquin. Paquin with the pass on the outside. Molesky brought down in the pick and go. Paquin follows it up, and it's going to be Canada's opening try, and it goes to Karen Paquin. Well, that is clinical attacking play, Mel.
It was like watching the ball on a pendulum swinging from one side of the field to the other. They manipulated that defence perfectly by using the edges of the field. And Paquin was there to pick up and go after she gave that initial pass. We know how fast she is as well. That was clinical sevens from Canada.
Well, I did say Ireland were going to have to defend strongly in the opening couple of minutes just to let Canada know they're in a game. But what can you do with that precision of passing and timing, the angles of running, and the support play as well from Paquin to back up the pass that she gave to Molesky? And the result is the conversion to put Canada 7 points clear after just 2 minutes of play. Landry strikes it. Has she pulled that one? She has. It's gone way wide, so 5 points to 0. Canada with a perfect start here in Sao Paulo.
Yeah, 45th try for Karen Paquin. She's what we call a strike prop, so she's up front, but so super quick she could be a winger. So they use that double kind of attack on each side with their speed.
Canada shifting the point of attack here from the restart. It's going to come left. And Jen Kish is underneath this one. Has it gone 10? It hasn't. So advantage to Ireland, and there's a chance for them to run this ball. So tap in the centre. Megan Williams leaves it. Lucy Mulhall standing in behind it. Key playmaker for Ireland. The number 9 from County Wicklow, Rathdrum. And here she is, the captain. Little pass back inside to Stacey Flood. Ball goes to the outside. And Amy Lee Murphy-Crowe is swallowed up in the tackle. Any room for Ireland to manoeuvre? Don't want to get isolated here. Canada tackles going in. Ireland still have it. Mulhall once more. This is Megan Williams trying to go through the centre. Support from Audrey O'Flynn, former Ireland hockey international, 120 caps before deciding to give rugby a go, and now playing for Ireland in the 7th series. Mulhall digs one out now. Chance to run here. Galvin trying to use her pace. Louise Galvin, she does have pace. Step in off her left foot, but the tackle was good. And Ireland can see possession. Chance for Canada to attack here. Jen Kish inside her own 22, needs a bit of support. And in fairness to Megan Williams, she made the hit. Ireland offside coming in. Referee right on the spot. And Audrey O'Flynn has to retreat.
Yeah, Canada getting the numbers there, in particular when Galvin had that little run up the sideline. 3 red jerseys were there to pick off the ball. Once again, moving the ball before the Irish defence gets up and is able to upset their attack. Whereas for Ireland, when they're attacking, well, Canadian defence is messing everything up for them, aren't they?
Mileski looks for runners from deep. That pass was to nobody. And Karen Pack with the try scorer has to just start again, really. Ireland continuing to make those tackles, but it's energy-sapping stuff in the Sao Paulo sunshine. Little step off the right. Oh, lovely! She's back, Mileski! In fact, it's Landry, Giselle Landry, who stepped off her right foot. And welcome back to Canada. What a day to do that. They will try. 10 points to nil, conversion to come. And Giselle Landry, beautiful pace from her.
Wonderful. It was like she was gliding across the ice, really, the way she changed direction and made it look so effortless. Just on the outside there, switching to the left. She's super fast and very balanced indeed.
Landry to convert her own try. Shouldn't be a problem. Flags go up. 12 points to nil. Canada in front, and Ireland playing catch up. Well, they made a game of it in Dubai. Ireland managing to pin Canada back at one stage, 7-point cheat before the Canadians kick clear in the second half. But so far, they've struggled to get outside of their own half. Ireland, bar that break from Louise Galvin. We've got 90 seconds to play before the half-time whistle. Landry. That's not going to go 10. And the second restart that doesn't go to plan. Ireland with advantage, and surely, well, none coming. The referee says play on.
Well, they played the ball there, I think.
They did come off an Irish hand, so Canada with another chance to attack, and the hands let them down. Surely advantage be played, and a chance for Galvin here. Jen Kish comes across. Galvin backs herself, but she's not going out of pace, the Canadian captain, and she gets a thumping tackle for her effort as well.
Love that tackle from Jen Kish. Great opportunity there for Galvin. She just needed to use maybe a little bit of footwork, because there was no way she was going to beat Kish on that angle. Try that right foot step maybe next time, and that's just experience, isn't it? The more they play, that's right. The more they play, the more they'll understand how to sort of manipulate defence and come back on the angle and beat players one-on-one.
Ireland going to contest at the line out here. Kish goes up again. Look at the experience and the strength from the captain. Even in mid-air, the composure to set herself as Paquin. A try in the first half, and she's off again. Landry over the halfway line. They're going to give chase. I don't think that Stacey Flynn is going to catch her. She's not. Landry stretches the legs. This should be it as far as the first half is concerned. It's a third try for Canada, and Ireland in 2s and 3s in defence at the moment, and Landry touches down for her second try.
Yeah, hands on the knees. That heat out there, unbelievable. Just see this here, Paquin involved. A beautiful pass to Landry, just popping back on that angle slightly. It was Mulhall, the captain for Ireland, who hadn't ID'd which player she was meant to take. Landry was probably her man. Beautiful 5-pointer.
There was the conversion. Again, cool as you like. And the half-time whistle goes. It's one team in control. Canada with 3 tries, 2 for Landry, and they lead by 19 points to nil against Ireland.
Really good work there, ladies, especially on the hustle back on defense, and we right? Just patience. We get caught. They're a bit spread out more than we expected. That's fine. Just when we make that second pass, we can look for a Y line on them right away, right? Or if the outside's calling it, give it early, and we'll just outwork them to that channel. Okay. Other than that, the defense is really good. The contest at the ruck is
tem que ir pra lá. Mas já acabou o jogo.
Just good patience. That's all we need to keep doing. We don't need to offload. We don't need to rush this game. We have it in our hands. All right, so let's maintain possession. That is our main goal this half, okay? And no penalties. Ready? Yeah. 20x on 2, 1, 2, 20!
Well, clear instructions from John Tate there. I mean, more of the same where Canada are concerned.
Yeah, interesting too. They'd analysed Ireland. They'd thought that their defence was going to be a bit shorter, I guess, and pressed into the field because Ireland have actually covered those wide channels quite well so far. But fatigue will probably set in particular with Canada's very accurate passing game. They haven't made a mistake.
It has been a clearly good performance from Jen Kish and Canada in the first half. Ireland really want to get something going here. Shannon Houston has come in as a substitute off the bench for Ireland, and it's going to be Canada through Landry to restart. Got to hit the 10-metre mark, and she does so. And the bounce into touch. Did it come off an Irish hand? It did, you know. So Canada are going to get the pull in.
Yeah, that's probably another area of work on for Ireland, that kick-off, because securing possession there is just so important, and they haven't been able to do that at that occasion. And I mean, that was a pretty perfect kick with not a lot of defence running up.
Again, it's Jen Kish who secures line-out ball for Canada, taken by Brittany Benn in the midfield, tackled by Louise Galvin. A little bit of help from Megan Williams in to help her, and she's in over that ball. Megan Williams, can she get it? She gets the penalty. Great work by Williams for Ireland there, and that's what they need. Settle things down. First score for Ireland in the second half, but it put them right back in there. So Mulhall opts to kick up the line and find touch. There's the Gaelic football background for Wicklow. The right boot from the captain for Ireland.
Yeah, no doubt that this Irish team have got some great potential athletes, and they're coming from so many different backgrounds in terms of sports.
We have camogie players, we have Gaelic footballers, hockey players, basketball internationals, you name it. In fact, the least representation comes from the field of rugby. But as you say, this is a learning process this season for Ireland. They hope to be competitive, of course, in the Rio qualifier in Dublin in the summer. But for a lot of these players, still finding their feet in the rough and tumble world of sevens rugby. Galvin keeps it alive. Ireland hang on to possession. Amy Lee Murphy-Crowe, but they've just lost it, as I say, and Landry opts to spread this one wide. Where's that ball? Paquin gets thumped in the tackle. Really good one. And Landry picks it off the base. There's the pass. Canada, again, experts at keeping that ball alive and just creating the space. Brittany Benn straightens the line, fires one out. Well, decent hands there, you have to say, from Perella, just to hang on to that one. That was a rocket to the midriff. And Galvin comes away, but illegally so. And Canada get the penalty. And Kish says, let's slow this down and keep possession.
Yeah, that's the message she had at half-time. She knows they're 19 points ahead. She knows this is a long, hot tournament. So any time you can conserve energy is certainly used.
So Canada are going to take this one. And Kayla Molesky. Let's see what they decide to do from here. Jen Kish opts to leave it. They're going to work the blind side here. And why not? Landry trying to force a gap. Kish in to clear up. Ireland, was that a legal steal? It was. But then Kish takes it right back. There's no protection at the base of the ruck there from Ireland, and it could have been a counter-attack opportunity. Instead, they're going to have to defend for their lives, because another try in Canada surely will put the win to bed. Brittany Benn. Benn still going, and through the Ireland cover tackle, which really wasn't there. Underneath the post as well from Brittany Benn. Another try for Canada, and that one is locked in. The win as good as done.
Yep. Like a hot knife through butter, Brittany Benn was sliced through the defence here for Ireland, and in particular Stacey Flood. She'd had to work so hard to try and get over there. She couldn't catch Ben in the end, and it was very simple and very well done. And that's pretty much, I guess, the theme of Canada's try so far in this game.
26 points to nil with the conversion going over. And Ireland, well, they look a little bit deflated. You wouldn't blame them. It's Audrey O'Flynn's birthday today. They were hoping to hit the ground running and cause an upset earlier on, like they did in Dubai against the United States in their first win. But they've been outclassed, they've been outpowered, and Canada firmly in control with 4 tries and just the 1 missed conversion.
Well, very difficult taking on Canada. They were second in this Women's World Series last year. They are a classy outfit. They've been professional for quite some time.
Mandy Marchak, first touch for her, is going to restart. And this one definitely goes to 10 underneath that one. Another substitution. It's Shannon Houston on for Ireland. And so too is Alison Miller, who is really the most dangerous of the strike runners in the Irish team, the Portlaoise player. She suffered a broken arm in Dubai. Made 2 tackles with a broken arm, and thankfully it has healed just in time to take her place in Sao Paulo.
She's tough, obviously.
They're made of tough stuff in Portlaoise, and I should know. I married a Portlaoise girl, so I can tell you all about it. Ball off the top for Ireland and Stacey Flood to use. Can they get a try on the board here? Mulhall, lovely offload into contact, and Paquin makes the hit for Canada. Again, pass. Not the one intended. Ireland keep it alive, but it's just forcing the pass now. Handing possession back to Canada, and they won't need a second opportunity to run. Farella with the pass on the outside. This is Darling, who's dropped short. And recycle ball. That's been the difference. When Canada hit the ground, there's numbers there to protect the ball. That one looked like it went forward. Referee playing advantage to Ireland. None coming, so they get the penalty.
Great work, the tacklers for Ireland. You know, they worked really hard to come back on this close side here when Canada stretched them, and initially that tackle from Alison Miller, I mean, that really saved a sure try.
Mulhall again, the tactics of Ireland very clear there, using the boot, try and get into the Canada half, and then trusting their set piece play at the line out. As Claire Keohane comes in for Ireland, and Katie Fitzhenry also into the fray. Some tired legs there. I can tell you it's only 7 minutes aside, you might say, but the heat is energy sapping, particularly if you come from Ireland.
Well, it's like running 100-metre sprints for 14 minutes as well as having to tackle people.
So that'll tell you.
Yeah.
No easy shift in Sevens International Rugby. Again, look at the Irish line out. Clean ball off the top for Mulhall to work with. The deep pass to Amy Lee Murphy-Crowe. And again, Ireland recycle. Chance to go here for Fitzhenry. Little step, but again, Paquin equal to it. So too is Megan Lucan. Ireland recycle. Mulhall, any room for her to work through. Lovely footwork over the halfway line. Mulhall trying to sprint clear. Hasn't got the pace to beat the Canadian defence, but Fitzhenry in to offer her support as we approach 30 seconds to go at the end of this one. Ireland, I can tell you, I'd love to say the pool gets easier after this, but it doesn't. Australia and Fiji ahead. Pick and go, Ali Miller. Miller trying to stretch the legs and pumps the gas. I told you she was a lethal finisher, and the Portlaoise flyer gets Ireland off the mark. That's what she can do, Ali Miller.
Well, the thing about Ali Miller is that she was probably sick of waiting out there on the wing for the ball to come to her, so she went up, she got herself involved, she picked it up and went straight through the middle, straight up the guts. Ireland, they created a number of opportunities they didn't use by using the space there, but in the end it was that classic player who finished it off.
A legend in the 15s game for Ireland, and now into the 7th circuit. You can see why they want her to concentrate on 7s, Ali Miller, because that's what she gives Ireland. And in a team that is still holding itself in terms of its strength and conditioning, they put in a lot of work over the last couple of months since Dubai. And Mulhall with the last restart of the match. Result is not in doubt, but Ireland going to the final whistle. That's a beautifully timed restart. Look at that, right on the 10-metre line, and it comes off a Canada hand, so advantage, knock-on advantage being played to Ireland. Now can Miller get her second try? She's going to back herself. This will be interesting. Miller up against Darling. Miller still going, tries to defend, and needs help and recycle ball. Ireland looking to spread this one. They have numbers left here. Simple mishmash in hands, it would do it, but Canada equal to the tackle there. They go blind. Mulhall, was that one flat at best? Referee says play on. Again, still there for Ireland. And they do have an overlap. It's a 4-on-3. If they could get it through the hands. Canada illegal at the breakdown. Penalty to Ireland. And one last chance to make the scoreboard a bit more respectable.
Well, they've started to find their feet a little in the second half, haven't they, Ireland? They've started to click, the passes are sticking, they've identified a game plan. They want to try and use that Miller out there on that right-hand side.
Katie Fitzhenry waiting for the instructions from her captain. Fresh legs really have sparked some life into Team Ireland here. Trying a flat pass in the middle. Canada up very quickly. It went forward. That should be that. Well, you can see Lucy Mulhall disgusted. But Ireland really in the last 3 or 4 minutes playing their best rugby. It was too little too late though. Canada comfortable in this one. 4 tries and winning out by 26 points to 7.
Super desafio para a